Confession. I'm the guy stealing your ashtray off your porch every couple of nights. Throwaway because a lot of people know my real Reddit. For the past 3 months, I have hit a rough patch. Barely making my rent, which is $480 a week. Barely making my bills. Can barely afford cigarettes. Cigarettes in Australia cost roughly $25 for a pack of 20s. A neighbor of mine is an outdoor smoker. He lives in an apartment building just a block away. He has been filling large jars up with his cigarette butts and keeping them in the jar at his front door. The first time I stole it, the next day, he had already put out an identical jar. I let that fill up for a few days and then I stole that one too. This repeated 2 more times. The 5th jar he put out, funny enough, literally the next day, was also identical, except this one had the message, "Please bring back the jar," smiley face. A lot of people would be disgusted that someone is stealing their ashtray, but whoever lives in this house obviously knows what it means to be broke. I listened to whoever it was, and after I stole the ashtray with the message on it, I grabbed all the jars I had from his house and brought them back to his doorstep. Ever since then, he has been leaving me half cigarettes in the ashtray. Our routine is, he smokes, fills it up, I take it home, and bring back the jar I had taken recently. It's literally now a whole system. 2 jars constantly in rotation between us both. And we have never even met each other or seen each other before. Edit. I wrote a long note including the link to this Reddit post and put it in one of his ashtrays and put it outside his doorstep. It's nearly 4 a.m. in Melbourne, so it was perfect timing. Well, that's cool. I like it when strangers work together on something. Even if they don't see each other like in this story, it's really cool to see 2 strangers who don't know each other sync up in that way and understand something so clearly that they just start helping each other out or whatever. I really like this. This is a cool little thing. It makes me feel nice. All right, next story. Confession. I used to steal tons of food from my old job by pretending to be a customer, ordering food, and then calling 30 minutes later asking to cancel it. I used to work at this restaurant, and the management there was just awful, and the general manager was just very verbally abusive. She always would complain about everything, and one thing specifically was how there would be 1 or 2 customers who would order food and then never show up. She ended up letting the servers and hosts eat the food when this happened. So it gave me an idea. One day, she said something that really pissed me off. So I called my job and ordered a bunch of food under a different name. And then that customer, quote unquote, would never show up. It made her livid, and it gave me the bold idea of doing that whenever I wanted lunch. I started to do it an hour or so before my break, and I would order whatever I felt like eating that day. And when they'd call and cancel, I'd ask a supervisor if I could have the food, and they'd say sure. I did this for the entire 3 years that I worked there, 2 times a week, sometimes even 3. I didn't ever get caught, and I've even had a coworker help me by being the one to answer the phone. It was kind of funny, and that place was awful, so I kind of deserved it. Edit. I should also add that this was a chain restaurant worth millions of dollars. I would never do something like this to a small or family-owned restaurant. Also, I know I'm wrong for stealing. I was 16 and just trying to piss off my general manager for the time I was there. I worked at fast food for a while, and at first, when I first joined, our owner was very successful and very loose at first. And what I mean by that is that he would let us basically eat anything that we had, anything on the menu. But then he realized a lot of young growing boys would just eat like 3 meals during their break and also eat while they were on the clock. And so he started to crack down, saying you can only get this, you can only get this, whatever. And so we would definitely do things like this, kind of cancel a call, or we would just slowly sneak things out or pack things, or like what we do, we like bag things for, like, as if we got a call, we bag the food, and then when we were clocking out to leave, we just like grab it and act like, I don't know, we just hope no one sees it. So we did that all the time. It was a lot of fun. We sneaked so many things, and the owner never caught us. So win-win, or win-lose, I guess. Whatever. And those are all the stories for today. So if you are somebody that just is enthralled with personal, intimate stories and confessions from other people's lives, that is exactly what this channel is for. So go ahead and subscribe. This channel is perfect for you. Like the video so that more people can see it, and go watch our other videos where you can learn about crazy confessions that other people have, both light and both kind of dark as well. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time.